welcome to the Lazy Journalist, your spot for trending news served through the side of chill vibes. I'm Sasuke,
I am Naruto.
and you'll find unfiltered conversations, raw opinions, and the occasional snack break as we dive in and discuss the latest headlines.
So grab a cup of coffee
Kick back.
and join us for some laid back journalism.
Yeah. Welcome, guys, to our special edition Halloween episode.
Dun dun dun.
I know you guys probably weren't expecting this, but we're happy to be here and we're happy to be dressed up in costume for you today. I am Sasuke, more specifically the 5 Kage Summit Sasuke for you anime guys out there. And you are?
I'm just plain Jane Naruto, but I'm young Naruto.
Well, you actually teenage Naruto. Naruto from Naruto Shippuden. So not exactly the kid, but not exactly the adult. This was honestly Naruto in his prime.
Yeah, y'all see me? You see me? I am Naruto in his prime. You see me? Okay. I got it going on. I'm everything. But while I am everything, I don't have any whiskers.
Oh yeah, that is the one thing you're forgetting. We forgot, y'all. These hot wigs are burning.
Can we
brains.
talk about the wigs? All right.
I see why y'all be just snatching them off in public. These things are insanely hot.
They really are. And I'm not gonna do too much on you wig girlies, but I see y'all.
We get it.
We get it. Well, guys, that's us. We usually do a mental health check-in, but we just kind of, gave you what you expected. Good old onesies and twosies. So let's go ahead and get started. I have some stuff on this iPad here, which, is here.
Epic fail with the iPad. And with it being our special edition Halloween episode, guys, we are going to keep it a little bit different. So you're not going to see all the same segments. We're going to sprinkle in a little bit of the same segments with a twist and maybe some different ones for you.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Keep you on your toes because unlike your ordinary, Onviral, where we're covering the viral sensations going around the world, today, I, Oliver, a.k.a. Naruto, a.k.a. really him, today, I have 3 spine-tingling stories that I'm going to tell you. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Ah!
I'm a little scared. Spooky.
Spooky. So I have some tales that I'm going to give up out of my vault, and you guys let us know what you think, journalists. Let's get started with the first one. Let's see what we got here. Okay. This is a tale about the whispers of Willow. Nested deep in the woods, Willow Creek was once a thriving mill town. So they was popping. After a tragic accident in 1912, where a fire consumed the mill, spooky, and claimed the lives of several workers, the town fell silent. Today, locals claim to hear a whisper. You hear that? Whisper. Whisper echoing through the trees at dusk. Don't be out. Don't be out. One night, a curious hiker. You already know hikers are constantly like, ooh, let me see if I can get up here. Sorry, y'all. A curious hiker ventured into the woods and followed the whispers to the ruins of the mill. There, she encountered. Oh, this is scary.
Keep going. Keep going.
Spectral figures trapped in an internal loop of their last moments. They was just in a trance, y'all. They were trapped in their last moments.
Pretty much.
As the figures fade into the night, she realized they were trying to warn her of the forest danger and to never venture into the woods alone after dark. And that is my tale about the whispers of Willow Creek. Let's give it up for Willow Creek.
And I just want to say, wait, it's to my knowledge that these are true stories.
These are true stories. I'm cooking up gas here.
Oh
I'm
no,
cooking up gas.
that's some scurry shit.
It really is. It really is. So what did you think of that story, Sasuke?
I think that was pretty haunting. It's not every day that you hear, see, or talk to internally damned souls. So, yeah, I don't know how to feel about that one with it being based on a true story. I need to stay away from Willow's Creek.
Yes, you do. And that's a chilling reminder of how the past can linger in the present. So,
I agree.
just to give you guys a full recap, a hiker hears a whisper. And anytime that you hear a whisper, you need to get out of there. And that's when she discovers the haunted mill. And, while there's a little bit of a story inside of a story, it tells you to never venture anywhere alone because you never know. So, all right, that was just one of the stories. Let's get on to part two. This is a story called the Forgotten Asylum. The Holloway Asylum, built in the late 1800s, was a place for refugees for the mentally ill. But as overcrowding and mistreatment grew, it became a nightmare. And after its closure in 1960s, stories of the tortured souls began to surface. A group of urban explorers decided to investigate its decaying halls. That's kind of chilling. I'm not gonna lie. Armed with flashlights. Is it given D by D? Armed with flashlights.
Right, it sounds like it.
It's
right?
given D by D with armed with flashlights. Armed with flashlights, they entered the asylum and felt a overwhelming sense of dread. Suddenly, the echoes of the anguished screams filled the air, and the explorers fled, believing they heard a disturbed. That's scary. Believing they had disturbed the restless spirits of the patrons who once wandered in those dark.
Very scary stories.
What did you think? What were your thoughts on the asylum?
I think that is a reason why I will not be exploring any asylums or trying to stay away from those. Sorry for anyone who I know who has to be put in there. I won't be coming to visit you. I won't.
And that's on period. Because, yeah. It's unsettling to think about the suffering that took place in there. You know?
It is, you know?
That's why asylums are so scary, because 8 out of 10 times there's a story in them walls.
A traumatic story.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite, with this being Halloween, I mean, we should talk about some of our favorite type of Halloween shows and stuff like that. American Horror Story, Asylum. It's freaking scary.
Yeah.
No spoilers, but there's some stuff that happens in the basement. It shows a different take on just how asylums were made to be taking care of people that were in faith with religion, and how they even still had ties there, and how it affected the asylum. Spooky stuff. So, yeah, that was the story of the Forgotten Asylum. Want to wrap up on viral, or on spooky stories, I should say, with this last story. This story title is called The Phantom Train of Millsbury Station. Why does that sound familiar?
Because Millsbury used to be an online game back in the day. It used to be on the side of cereal boxes, and yeah. Y'all know the Millsbury girlies. Yeah, it was a moment in time. You just had to be there, honestly.
Oh wow. Okay, let me get into this story. Maybe some of that time will come back. The Millsbury Station was once a bustling hub for trains in the early 1900s. But after a tragic derailment, it fell disrepaired. Legend has it that the ghost of a conductor still wears his uniform and roams the abandoned platforms, waiting for his train to arrive. One night, a train, dawned by the stories, decided to spend the night at the station. As the clock struck midnight, He heard the distant sound of train whistles and saw a ghostly train approach the platform. The conductor beckoned him aboard. The enthusiast hesitated, knowing the train was a spectacle vision. Instead, he watched as the train vanished into the air, leaving him with a sense of wonder and and understanding that some journeys are never meant to be taken. Ooh.
That was kind of a bar. That was a bar.
Oh wow. That
Some
is a
journeys
story.
are never meant to be taken. That is a lesson.
That is definitely a lesson. So Sasuke, what did you think of the Fountain Train?
I think that was a perfect example that some souls really do still be on our plane. They still linger on Earth, you know? Sometimes the realms do get crossed.
The fact that he like mistakenly seen this ghost train,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, maybe I will," but then was like, "Okay, wait a minute. This is not a real train."
Yeah.
That is really spooky. But I love this. I love the relation that you can get from that. Like some different things in life are not meant to be taken.
Yeah.
Like I love that. So
Yeah, seriously. Know when to leave. Know when to leave the party, the job, the relationship. Know when to leave. Or know when to not go at all.
If someone or something or whatever it may be comes into your life and you think that is the path that you're supposed to take, maybe not take it. Yeah. Maybe see what your life would be like if you didn't. So, well, guys, that's all we have today, journalists, in On Viral Halloween edition. Let's give it up. Let's give it up.
Who knew we could get a deep moment from a scary story?
I know, right? Leave
I'm
it
here
here.
for that.
I hope you enjoyed these 100 tales. Each story reminds us of the thin veil between our world and the unknown.
Yes.
Until next time, keep your eyes open and your mind ready for the unexpected.
Yeah. Very well said. Very well said. And guys, with that, as you can see, we're going to continue with our Halloween traditions. And I'm sure you see the lovely pumpkin right behind Naruto. We have an activity that you guys can join us with if you want to carve a pumpkin at home with us, paint a pumpkin, or whatever you want to do with that. I know painting pumpkins has become a big trend now.
It has.
Instead of carving them. It is a lot of less work, but
I agree. It definitely is. I mean, come on now.
It's fun, you know. So, moving on from scary stories, we're going to go ahead and pull out our pumpkins so we can start carving as we move into our next segment. We're going to do a nice little twist on one of your favorite segments, Oh My Zodiac.
Ooh, let's give it up for Oh My Zodiac. Journalists, y'all know this is like one of my favorite segments that we do here. And if you're a new journalist, I hope that this can be yours too.
Yes, we hope you guys enjoy it, and we're going to dive into it. So we did take the liberty of getting a quick little head start on our pumpkins. They're already carved and bottomed.
Dun, dun, dun.
Booted and gutted. So we got a head start on that so we don't take too long for you guys. And so if you guys want to meet us here at this process, at this point in the process, that would be great. We also went ahead and drew some faces on our pumpkins, which will be revealed at the end. I kind of just showed it just a little bit, but I didn't mean to. That's going to be revealed at the end so you can see what funny faces or not so funny faces that we might have drawn. So as we start.
Say it with me now, Sasuke. Spooky.
Spooky. Let's grab our carvers. And I have an additional one back there for you if you need it.
Thank you. As you can see, getting right into Oh My Zodiac, you have the Earth sign there, which is already calm and on brand with themselves. And you have the air sign that has 1,000 things in their brain at once. I'm doing this, doing that. Not prepared.
Just everywhere. It's all right. Earth friend here to keep you stable. Let me.
We love that.
Yep. So that's just right over to your right whenever you get settled. I'm gonna start this, you guys. So what we have for Oh My Zodiac is the zodiac signs as scary movies. Came across this a few different articles that had Halloween themed zodiac readings, and I thought this was a pretty fun way to keep you guys entertained. So we're just gonna start with our fiery sign, Aries. What movie are you seeing as in the scary world? It says you are the Ring.
Ooh, what does that mean?
Why? I can't really say. Very sinister, very mysterious. Because when you think about the Ring, the girl coming out of the TV, it was kind of just like, who is this girl? Why the hell is she so fucking scary? And how the hell is she coming through my TV?
Well, you know the origins of her story, right?
I really can't remember. Enlighten us.
So she basically was now journalist. This is why we're called lazy journalism, because Oliver here is going to add his spin to it. From at least what I gathered from watching Scary Movie 2 is that it was a younger woman that fell down into a well, and she was being, I guess, mistreated from her home or something like that. And the dad or the mother, I can't remember if it was the mother that didn't like the daughter, or did the mother and the father didn't like the child because they felt like a spooky vibe from it, and they threw her down the well and then put the top on it to keep her down, like try to trap her down there. At least that's what it was understood for me when I watched Scary Movie 2. But obviously, Scary Movie 2 is a party of the actual.
Yeah. But it has some truth to it.
Yeah.
And I do vaguely remember that being a part of the Ring's plot, as far as the little girl going down the well, and she just pretty much died and became haunted started to haunt the people. Why does that give Aries vibes? I'm not too sure. Maybe y'all are a little haunted at heart.
That is so funny.
I don't know. We're gonna move on. Next is Taurus. It says you are Friday the 13th when it comes to scary movies. On brand a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Friday the 13th, that is the one about Jason. Yeah. And Jason was a psychopath killer.
Psycho killer.
Who was a slasher.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, no, for real. And yeah, that just really gives Taurus vibes only because we're not killers, but don't push us. Okay.
That is so,
moving on.
That is so funny, y'all.
Gemini, it says you are Scream.
I could see that because Scream is multiple different people. And Gemini's with being the whole two of themselves, I could see why you guys would be Scream. That's like super spot on. Now, Friday the 13th and The Ring was okay. And journalists, I think I might have told this. Wait, The Ring is different from The Grudge, right? But isn't The Grudge The Ring?
I know, but very, very, very similar concepts.
Yeah, you're right. Because The Ring comes out of the TV, and The Grudge was in the old like Chinese type of place. Okay.
I don't even know where the hell she was coming from, but she wasn't coming from the TV. Yeah, the girl on The Ring was coming from the TV. Yes, we need a good scary movie marathon.
We do. I feel like this right here, we should watch the ones related on our Zodiac sign.
That would be cute. Oh yeah, that would be badass.
But Gemini as Scream, I could see that.
I can definitely see that too, Loki. Definitely now hearing that he was multiple different personalities. I didn't know that. So.
Well, he was multiple different people.
Oh, okay.
Which makes sense to Gemini being multiple different personalities.
Yeah. It evens out. Who is next on our list? It is Cancer. And it says you are the scary movie Carrie. I can see that. I can see that because Carrie was an emotional, isolated black sheep of the friend group. And she just had to have some mystical powers. I mean,
Baby, she had way more than some mystical powers.
Okay.
That what she did to her mother, rightfully, half of these movies that I watch, and when I see that the parent is mistreating the child and then the child gets back at the parent, I don't fault the child at all. Because you are, and this is weird, but you are what you're raised in. And you're like passing that on to the next person. And what happens if you get grandkids and she does that to her grandkids, and then you come to find out that this has just been a generational thing? Like somebody need to put a head into it. And Carrie was like, all this religious and mumbo jumbo tribe, I don't know what your mama put you through, but you're not about to put me through this. Like putting me into a closet, locking me inside of there. Like, no, I don't feel. And for what happened at her graduation, no, I don't feel bad for none of y'all.
Right.
Are you a original Carrie? Or are you the remake Carrie?
I am the remake.
I like the remake too. I forget her name, but she did a wonderful job acting.
Did, yeah.
I'm actually gonna look her up.
I know, and she's in so many roles. We really watched her grow up on screen, to be honest, because yeah, she was everywhere all at once.
She was what was her name? Chloe Grace Montez. Moraz. Yes. So Chloe Grace Moraz is who killed that role as Carrie. I love that.
I agree. She definitely did. And she's been on everything.
She has. She really did it for the girls.
But I can see that for Cancer only because just with her being like this emotional character, she was really isolated most of the time. And water signs are known to be mystical people or in touch with their like higher self. So
yes.
I'm like, okay, yes, definitely Cancer vibes for Carrie. Moving on next is our fire sign, Leo. It says you are Halloween as a scary movie.
Halloween, so they're Michael Myers?
Mm-hmm. The Michael Myers movie.
And we talking about Leo? We talking about Leo? Mm-hmm. Because Leo fits that because Michael Myers is all based off of psychedelic. So that's if you watch the origins of how it came about and why you don't see as much like full on kill scenes inside of Michael Myers, is because they wanted it to torture you in the brain. Like they wanted you to think, oh my gosh, is he going to open this closet door? You know what I mean?
Wow.
Oh my gosh, is he really sitting here in the clothing, standing next to the clothing line? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
They were really trying to get into the viewer's head.
Yes, and they were one of the first people to do it. Halloween was the movie and slasher that set the precedent for everything came after Halloween. And if you girlies don't know, the Halloween movie could not get funded for distributing. So the director, or the director himself had to go and travel to multiple different cities and states to distribute the movie because none of the major movie companies would pick it up.
Wow.
And who's to know that Halloween is what we have as the blueprint for every slasher movie today?
Yeah, seriously.
Yep. Because Scream came after that, and then Freddy came after that, and a lot of them came after that. Yeah.
Thanks for that tidbit.
Hey, no problem.
Yes, Naruto with the facts, guys.
Now, don't be asking me facts about Naruto because I just wore this today. So.
Yeah, I had to brief him on all the small facts. He knew some stuff, though.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Some stuff, guys. All right, Leo, that was you as Halloween. I could see that, like I said, just because y'all a little crazy.
They are.
Y'all look crazy. Moving on, Virgo. It says you are I Know What You Did Last Summer. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And for you guys who don't know, that video is somewhat about a killer cover-up. And Virgos, come here. Y'all are a little crazy. So that fits the description. Very much so. Only because I can see y'all trying to see all the ways that y'all can get away with it. And then next thing you know, next summer, here goes somebody looking for you because they know what you did.
See, and my take on that is, y'all, you see my hand go like this is because this wig is so itchy. Um, Virgos give quiet and reserved vibes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're very quiet, but once they open up, they are very chatty people, okay? But they always seem like to have something going on in the background that you wouldn't even know was taking place, but it's going on. So I could see that. They definitely got some tea in their closet.
Not tea, some bodies.
It's really giving spooky vibes. Oh my gosh.
Halloween edition, y'all. Next up is Libra Gang. Libra Gang is Annabelle. I can see this too, cause y'all haunted as hell. Like
That is hilarious.
haunted, just some spooky stuff. Because why are you a possessed doll who is looking after me, but you want to kill me?
That is so on brand. That's why I'm over here crackling, y'all. It is so on brand.
Those Libra scales are not balanced in this case, honey. I don't know. I kind of see that, but I kind of don't. Like I said, it's somewhat relatable for the Libras, but for somebody who about balance, I don't necessarily know if that's what Annabelle stood for. It seemed like she just wanted to kill.
Yeah, with Annabelle, her origins of her being like a creepy doll and stuff like that that had a spirit trapped inside of it. I out of all the Annabelle movies, why I kind of see it a little bit for them is Libras are air signs. They're this is why they're kind of in that same bubble as Scorpios. Scorpios are sneaky, but Libras are so sneaky. Annabelle, the bitch never move when you're around or anything like that, but as soon as you turn your head, they doing something. And then when you turn your head back, they're themselves. So,
damn, that was a good one. That was good.
Yum,
Y'all
yum.
heard it.
Yum yum.
Ate
Yum,
it up. Ate it up because as soon as you turn your head, they out the door. And then when you right there, they act like nothing happened. But you was just this you?
This you.
If you know, you know.
This you.
If you know, you know.
We need to go ahead and move on from Libras.
We moving on.
Okay.
We moving on. We moving on for Libras. Scorpio is next, and it says Scorpios are Jennifer Body.
Oh.
And yes, just yes.
Cause Jennifer Body was a HOE.
She was.
She was, and the fact that she remained her human form gives that vibe of Scorpio.
Yeah.
Because y'all just be so. Let me tell you something, journalist. If you gonna get anything for Christmas, get you a Scorpio. Because if you want a nice little gift to yourself, a Scorpio gonna take good care of you.
After they cheat on you.
Yeah. And then, that's why I think they're Jennifer Body, because that's right on brand.
She was a hoe and she was killing all the boys, physically and literally, metaphorically. And she was a possessed demon.
Exactly.
Y'all Scorpios are a little otherworldly.
That's what I'm saying. They got them.
Yep. We ain't gonna say too much on y'all. Sagittarius is next. Sagittarius, you're next. It says you are it. If you were be a scary movie, the clown. A little unhinged, very demonic, killer-like. I can kind of see this. Yeah,
Me too.
I definitely can. Sagittarius are a little unhinged. You know, sometimes we need that type of energy, but sometimes you can just keep it at home.
Yeah, y'all always think everything's a show, and it's really not.
Right.
But
And on top of that, they think it's a show that's about them.
But this is the thing, y'all always want. This is why I can see that it's it for them. Sagittarius always want to play games. They want you to come out. They want you to entertain them just so they can do their biggest one. It's like they tempt you. Ooh, come, come, come. They throw you a bone. And as soon as you take that bone, harsh,
Okay.
got you. That's all they wanted you. Yeah.
I'll put your head.
Oh, my little pumpkin's cute. I can't wait for you guys to see.
Okay. Yes, you better.
It was a pretty easy thing to do.
Good.
Now, wait till y'all see Sasuke. Sasuke's is crazy.
Oh,
I can't really see right now, but
get him together.
yeah, I love that for Sagittarius though. I can see that for him.
I can kind of see that for them too. But we're gonna move right along to our next group of Earth signs, and we have Capricorn, and it says you are Nightmare on Elm Street, so Freddy Krueger, and I get that because as a Taurus, Capricorns haunt my dreams, and I love y'all to death.
Oh my gosh.
I do, but just had a weird experience with a few of y'all. But at the end of the day, y'all will always have my heart. For real. And if you know, you know.
Oh my gosh.
You know who you are.
It's just like I feel like I'm in a portal with all these scary people. Like they are really like it's like the cosmic stars was like, all right, this is the actual list to go off of. I see it. I can see all of them. It's like I'm in the realm. Yeah. It's giving spooky vibes.
It really is, because very similar behaviors. You want to haunt my dreams?
Please
Very
don't.
egotistical people. Anywho, this is not a Zodiac bashing session, guys, but this is just how the scary movies are highlighting you guys in this light. So
I agree.
We just have to go with it. Next, we have our air sign, Aquarius.
This is me, journalist. Y'all know if y'all know.
Yeah. And it says that as a scary movie, you are Happy Death Day.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen Happy Death Day?
Mm-hmm. I have.
What do you think of that for Aquarius?
I think it's very on brand for Aquarius, honestly, because not for the reason that it's repetitive, but with y'all being earth signs, y'all can be very, air signs, which y'all being air signs, y'all can be very meticulous and just very precise about things. So with her having to go through this day finding until she finds her killer, it's like, give that task to an Aquarius. They're gonna make sure they find the killer.
Mm-hmm. For sure. That is so funny. Happy Death Day to be Aquarius is spot on. Yeah. My seeing of how spot on it is because out of all things as an Aquarius that we can go through, we're going to go through the same thing over and over again. Like and it's not in regards of not learning our lesson, but even if something is like on point, on brand, we show up to work the same time, we do everything just the same. When something does change, it's very rare. Mm-hmm. So for Happy Death Day to be one of those movies where you're reliving that moment over and over and over again, it's because we live outside of our brain. We don't even realize what's going on around us. And we have to stop and think about it. And stop being 1,000 miles per minute like an Aquarius and just look at what's going on. Yeah. And I can see that because until we look what's going on, we won't solve anything. Yeah, that's some brand. Wow.
Isn't it? Right? Yeah, crazy. I kind of was thinking that when I saw it too. So, totally get that. Stick a fork in you, buddy. We are done with her. Done with the pumpkin, guys. That was quick. So lastly, and it's right on brand now. Wow. Look at that. Lastly is Pisces. And it says, as a scary movie, you are the movie Ouija. What you think?
So Ouija, it's a board, and usually it's like contacting spirits. I think that it's on par with Pisces being one of those water signs that aren't super emotional. I feel like that they still do want their ties to who they had dealings with. in some way, in some regards. Like I don't want to say they don't let go, but if they could reach out and reconnect, they would.
Yeah,
You know.
I agree.
So
I agree with that. And the Pisces people are definitely like spiritually connected people too. So being Ouija kind of fits that description, if you ask me.
I agree.
Well, that's all our zodiac signs, guys. We ran through all 12 of them, and I know that was kind of fast. But we dived in, and we hope you guys enjoyed. And we hope some of that resonated. Let us know what you think. If you do feel like you resonate with that scary movie, or if you simply like that scary movie, we're here for all the comments,
Yeah, especially if it matches your like what your idea would be for your zodiac sign. Like we definitely want to hear that, journalist. So just leave a couple comments below, and if it really sticks with you, share it too. So let's give it up for Oh My Zodiac, aka one of the best segments here.
guys. Thanks.
You're welcome, Sasuke. We don't got no smoke today.
No, right.
Especially
We're at each other's neck.
Yeah, especially at this point in our lives when it comes to it. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah, because I'm like younger Naruto, and you're like what, fifth? What?
The 5K summit.
Yeah, 5K.
Him being rebellious, yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. Well, guys, do we have more for you in this bag of tricks of a Halloween edition? We do. We have one more thing that I'm gonna run down just real quick before we do the pumpkin reveal.
Yay!
So, just one thing before that, just a quick little history lesson of what Halloween is, where it got started, and what it looks like today. So, as you guys know, Halloween is mostly known by dressing up in costumes, going door to door, and shouting trick or treat. Mainly by kids, but it is a thing that is participated by with adults worldwide, and especially here in the U.S. It originated in Europe, what is now Ireland today, by the Celts, which was a organized group of people who lived in that area. They celebrated a holiday called Samhain, and I may be pronouncing that incorrectly, but it was something similar to that. And it was almost similar to what the Hispanics celebrate called Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. So it was a day centered around celebrating lost loved ones and honoring those people. So what people would do is build shrines with pictures and like their loved ones' belongings and all their favorite items. And then they would have kids come to the doors, and then they would say something similar to trick or treat, but they would pretty much be asking them for food or money. And in return, the people of that household would say, okay, well, you have to say a prayer for our lost loved ones. So that is the origin of Halloween and the whole practice of trick or treat. It started with poorer kids going to wealthier neighborhoods asking for food back in 19th century Europe. Very interesting because the way that it's evolved into today, like how did it start there and get here?
Yeah, I mean, well, one of the things that you pointed out that is a difference from because stuff that's going on in the U.S. is always different than what's going on in Europe.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about that. So, yeah, and also too, I love that it originally originated in a Hispanic culture.
No, it did. I was saying it's similar practices.
And that's funny because as you were telling me this, I was thinking that sounds like the movie Coco.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. So that's why I was thinking that it was like Hispanic or Latin or something like that because it sounds just like the movie Coco.
No, just similar practices, which is just familiar, which makes sense because like nothing in history is truly new. We're all literally doing the same things at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that I found that interesting too, that it was something similar to that. It continued to grow as obviously Europe was experiencing its breakdown, and then we moved over here to the U.S. And the first few colonies got formed. The tradition continued to grow. People started practicing Halloween even more. But when it got to the US, it developed a more mischievous side. People became to people started using the holiday and the night of dressing up to perform mischievous acts like vandalism and attacking random people. So it had a bad turn when it got over here, but once the US went into World War II and certain supplies and certain goods had to be taken back and rationed, one of those things being sugar, it kind of put the kids in check, which is funny because they said one of the studies showed that when World War II happened and sugar had to be rationed and candy was less available, the vandalism on Halloween went down. So, age old story, you know how to control them kids with that sugar.
Yeah, but but to just go more back, why is it that Europe can do stuff and it's okay, but when it gets to America, it's just all crazy?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Why? What are y'all doing? And that's just they make sure that they don't sell bad ingredients to their people with certain dyes. They don't have certain restaurants over there. I mean, like they just really have that part of the world controlled for their population. And it seems like when it gets to us, we just kind of let people have fun with it, and then they just make it more than what it's supposed to be. You know, hearing that they would go and vandalize and for people to dress up when that was basically a day for you to share your condolences for someone that passed away and get a reward for it, that seems like a trick or treat spirit. But here y'all are strung out on sugar, acting a fool. So yeah,
Shame.
it's interesting.
Shame. Yeah, so that is interesting to me as well. And that's really where we are today. People sometimes use it to act a little crazy, but most of the time it's just an excuse to have some fun and dress up like someone else other than yourself. So I'm here for it.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Who would have known that for worldly insights that we had the Halloween origin for you guys today?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
We'll switch up for this Halloween special edition episode.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Wow. Now I got a story to tell multiple different kids. They get to acting up. Like, you better be grateful I'm giving you some candy because you ain't say no prayer for me.
It wasn't always like this, you know? Well, guys, I think before we grab that coffee and kick back, we want to reveal our pumpkins.
Oh, yes. I'm so excited for this pumpkin reveal. You know, it's been a honor to have you guys join us for a Halloween edition episode. And I'm ready to reveal these pumpkins, but I'm going to have a drink first because mine is not all that cute. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm sure it's fine. Let's see what we have.
Should I go first? I'm going to do it.
Sure.
I'm going to do it.
Let's see it. The big reveal.
All right, y'all. Today, with my sticker on the back, I give you guys maybe a bat, or is it a bat ghost?
I can see the letter W.
I can see the letter W too. We have the wing on this side here for the bat, and then we have the little arm up here for the human.
Nice.
So, a little bit of both, because sometimes you want to be a vampire, sometimes you want to be a human. So
I can see it.
that's funny because vampires are half human, half bat or whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's my pumpkin. Let's see yours.
Let's do the reveal. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but let me scoot a little closer. Here he is. Do you see it? I don't know. You can't see
You got it right there. That's turning a little bit more. Perfecto.
it.
Look at that.
Yes,
You
it's a
ate that.
scary face.
Yum, yum.
And then if you can see the top for my anime girlies, what's that on his forehead? The Majin Buu symbol, because he is cursed and possessed.
Wow, that's cute. I love that, Sasuke.
Thanks, appreciate that. Trying to do something a little different.
Yeah, that is different. I mean, who would have thought to do that? Why did no one tell me I was supposed to put something Naruto related on my Pokemon? It's like, nah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I'm sure you know. That's from Dragon Ball Z.
All right, so we're at the end of our episode here today.
And on that note, we are gonna grab some coffee
Yeah.
and kick back.
Yeah, we're gonna. So, thank you guys again for joining us for our Halloween special. And I just want to say, if you haven't had the chance yet to like, subscribe, and follow us on all our social media, we are trying to reach a goal of 100 followers on our Instagram and 100 followers on our YouTube. Well, not more so followers, but subscribers. And for all you TikTok girlies, we want to send a very special thank you for our TikTok has been doing great. We have reached milestones that I thought we wouldn't have accomplished. And here we are today, halfway through the season. Dun, dun,
Can't
dun.
reveal too much.
Halfway through the season. And you guys have been showing us nothing but love. So thank you for joining us. Is there...
I think that's it.
Well, time for you guys to kick back
And join us next time for
for
some
some laid back journalism. Wow, that was a great episode.
I think so too.
No, that was amazing. This pumpkin came out nice, and I don't know about you, but that Zodiac sign had me in a. Yeah, you guys are on our BTS right now, and you're probably wondering, like, dang.
It's more.
On our BTS. Ooh, yes.
Okay, man. Back in the stew.